So how long have you been doing this? How long have you been going to all these schools and teaching kids about this?
I think 8 years.
8 years, okay. Why is this important? Why do you do this?
Because when I was in school, bullying, it wasn't as big of an issue as it is now. You hear all the time in the news, and it's just becoming an epidemic. It's out of control, and there needs to be somebody, or there needs to be people that can get to the other people, get to their hearts, get to their emotions, and just teach them, that they need to, help teach them that they need to put themselves in other people's shoes, and just try and relate with them. How would you feel, if you were treated that way?
I think one of the interesting things, and I don't know if the kids got it, but since I've been out of high school for a while, and you said you went back to your reunion and you forgot about all those people that were, kind of nice and, were the ones that were good, but you do want to be remembered as that. You did say, do you want to be remembered, which way do you want to be remembered when you leave this school?
Yes, I was very iffy, if I wanted to go back or see those kids, and I did, but it took a lot. I'm glad though I went. I saw a lot of kids that I'd forgotten about, and they were nice. And we talked, and there were only a few kids there that, did the bullying, but they couldn't look at me, they couldn't approach me, but maybe in the future they'll be able to.
And unfortunately, we remember the negative so much more than we remember the positive.
Yeah, I don't know why that is, but that tends to be the case.
Do you think kids relate to your story a little bit more because of the animals, because of Izzy also?
Yes, I do. That's a good point about my story, I think, is that there is a dog involved, and I believe that, people tend to put their guard down when there's animals around. I'm not sure why, but animals get to people. And people really tend to show their true emotions, when the animal is around.
Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Izzy and just how she helped you. Izzy was a girl, right?
Yeah.
Sure. And how she helped you and how you kind of worked together.
Well, she, when I first got her, I didn't expect, I didn't think that she would get sick. It was the furthest thing from my mind. I was just so happy to have something, that was always going to be there for me and something to play with. Well, when she got sick with their liver disease, that, kind of bonded us more. And then, me taking care of her and having to go to the vet with her and talk to people, that slowly forced me out into the public, time and time again. And then when she became sick with muscle disease, that just bonded us even more, than we already were. And once again, I had to go out and care for her, and it just forced me out into the public even more. And I, after a couple of times of that happening, I just figured, well, it's not so bad being out in the public. So she helped me slowly overcome my fears. And I don't know, just her being there was so much, it meant so much to me, just her being there all the time, not caring about what I look like or what I could or couldn't do, unconditional love. That's the best thing.
If only every kid could have an Izzy.
Yeah, I mean, everybody that had met her just loved her. I mean, she was one of a kind.
And you were diagnosed when you were 12, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I missed the beginning part of your presentation. So What were you diagnosed with?
It's Friedreich's Ataxia.
Okay, and what is that in
And,
layman's terms?
Well, it's a very rare neuromuscular disease that affects the peripheral nerves that come out of my spine.
Okay.
So my nerves, they don't communicate like they should with my muscles. A lot of people confuse it with muscular dystrophy. And it's similar in a way, but my problem's not with my muscles, it's with my nerves.
And then Izzy, you said that she had a liver disease and muscular dystrophy? Or
Yeah.
no, I'm sorry, a muscle disease. Is that correct? Or?
Muscular dystrophy, same
So
thing.
she did have, okay, so that's what is, okay. I wanted to make
Yes,
sure I got that.
and she was diagnosed with the liver disease when she was like 5 months old, and I was told, that I would have to keep her on a low protein diet for the rest of her life because her liver couldn't handle protein. So her liver disease was maintained for years on that prescription dog food. And then she was diagnosed with muscle disease. And there was nothing I could do to help better that or to maintain it. But she lived with it for 4 or 5 years, and she did very well. The back of her legs, you could see muscle atrophy. She lost muscle, and that was pretty sad. But she still kept on going until up until May of '09. And I'm just very proud of what she did in her life.
Yeah, I got to see the presentation and the movie, and it did seem like just everywhere you go, people really respond to this.
Yeah, I mean, she got to the point where she couldn't walk long distance. Like she could barely make it from the door of a school into a gym if it was quite down the hallways and stuff. She couldn't make it, so we would have to pull her in a wagon. It was pretty comical to see a big black dog in a wagon, and then also being with a girl in a wheelchair. I mean, that's a pretty funny thing to see.
It's pretty, I think, I would say, pretty inspiring also to see, this dog, like you said, still making it, still going along everywhere you're going. Also, probably my last question, when you were in elementary school and junior high and everything like that, going to school, how difficult was it for you? And can you relate to these kids? Do you think some of these kids are dealing with this also?
Yeah, I can relate to a lot of kids. I mean, I kept it very, hidden. I didn't talk to anybody, about what's going on. I tried to ignore and pretend it would go away or think it would go away. But I can, relate with them. It was much different when I was in school, but still, I can still relate with the things that go on and things they have now. They have cell phones and internet, so things are different in a way, but still the same.
Bullying's bullying no matter what, and it's hurtful no matter what form it comes in.
Yeah, especially name calling, I think. That's what I remember the most. That's the most hurtful.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the presentation.